Thank you. Thank you. You're still here. And you get another chance this day to do better and be better. Another chance to become more of who you were created and what you were created to fulfill. Thank you. I believe that grace is a direct response to gratitude. That the more grateful you are, the more grace steps in and shows itself and mirrors the gratitude that you have. Don't be afraid. All you have to know is who you are, because there is no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as failure. What other people label or might try to call failure, I have learned, is just God's way of pointing you in a new direction. How does one lead a meaningful life? Because ultimately, isn't that what we all want? We want to lead a life so that however we transition, people can say, wow, that was a bright one. I think that it comes from a deep sense of awareness about who you are and why you're here. It comes from being in touch with, on a regular basis, the appreciation and the holy gratitude that should fill each of our hearts on a regular basis, just knowing what a privilege it is to be here and to be human. Sometimes you find out what you're supposed to be doing by doing the things you're not supposed to do. So don't expect the perfect job that defines your life's work to come along next week. If that happens, take the blessing and run with it. But if not, be grateful to be on the path where you eventually want to live. Abide in the space of gratitude, because this is what I know for sure, that only through being grateful for how far you've come in your path can you leave room for more blessings to flow. Blessings flow in the space of gratitude. Everything in your life is happening to teach you more about yourself. So even in a crisis, be grateful. When disappointed, be grateful. When things aren't going the way you want them to, be grateful that you have sense enough to turn it around. Even when things are difficult, be grateful. Honor your calling. Don't worry about how successful you will be. Don't worry about it. Focus on how significant you can be in service, and the success will take care of itself. And always take a stand for yourself, your values. You're defined by what you stand for. Your integrity is not for sale. I know that it's possible to do for every one of our lives, every one of us in our lives, to help somebody, to liberate somebody, to save somebody. And I know when you move through life, living your own truth, and live through the paradigm of service, you too will be all right. So I beseech you to go forth and serve. Serve first yourself. Honor your calling. Do what you're supposed to do. Honor your Creator, your family, your ancestors. And when you walk this path of privilege, don't forget the less privileged you leave behind. You must have a spiritual practice. What is yours? Well, for some people, it is going to church, and that's where they nurture themselves. I believe that creativity, artful expression, prayer, conscious kindness, empathy, consistent compassion, gratitude, all spiritual practices in the way of becoming more of who you are. So I started a gratitude journal. I mean, when I was journaling since actually I was standing here in 1970, I had have in my journal about visiting Stanford and what it meant to come here as an orator. And for years, all of my journals were filled with, he done love me, I can't believe she did that to me, and this is what happened today. And about the late 80s, someone introduced the idea of a gratitude journal to me. Gratitude journaling has become a spiritual practice that leads to a more enhanced and meaningful life, and you can start it today. And I guarantee, if you did it for a week, you would see a difference. Because every day, and I'll do it when I go home, 5 things I write down that I am grateful for, or that brought me joy, or opened my heart space. And by practicing gratitude, what you realize is that you wake up in the morning thinking about what are those 5 things going to be, because some days there's only 3. So practicing gratitude in a way that allows you to take stock of your life. That's why it's a spiritual practice, because you're now taking stock of your life. You're assessing where you are spiritually. And in order to maintain a sense of growing yourself forward, it requires also being in a place of knowing that after you've done all that you can, there's a wonderful song by Donnie McClurkin. It says, you just stand. There comes a time in everybody's life when you've actually done all that you can do and you really want something so badly, but it still isn't coming forward for you in a way that you feel that it should. I know that what is for you will come to you. I know that for sure. And I know that many times when it appears that something is happening to you, it is always, always happening for you.